what's going on, guys? Back to you guys, some entrepreneur advice. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about how can't even talk today. But yeah, I want to talk to you guys about how time is your most valuable asset. Let me turn down the AC; it's freaking freezing in here. But yeah, let me talk to you guys about how time is your valuable asset, because I see so many entrepreneurs just disrespecting and not valuing their time enough, because they're chasing their dreams, and they want to go after what they think is the most important thing, which is probably money or making their dreams come true. And don't get me wrong, those are important, but sometimes it comes to a point where we're sacrificing our bodies and our time to get that stuff. And we have to put a really high value on time, because it's the one thing that, regardless of how rich you are, you cannot get it back. So when let's say you're supposed to go to a meeting and the person's late by half an hour, by an hour, and you're just sitting there waiting for them, don't let that happen. If they're late, then go do whatever you have to do, whatever you're supposed to, because you're not going to get that half an hour back. Let them reschedule, or you can reschedule. But be very mindful of the time you're investing. That it's super important. Time management is another good thing. Like for me, what I'm doing now is, I used to be a night owl. I'm trying to convert myself into a morning person by sleeping around 10 or 11 p.m. and waking up at 7:30 a.m. And that way I'm actually feeling more productive, and I'm getting a lot more done. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to record my YouTube videos in the morning when I wake up, because I usually record them during the day now. But I'm trying to do them early in the morning so I can upload it, for the first thing for you guys, and then work out afterwards, which is, doing my cardio, hit my weights. This is not really a video on how to manage your time. I'll make a separate video for that. But it's just a reminder that time is your most valuable asset. You can't get it back. Once it's gone, that's it. There's no going back. Regardless, if you have a billion, a trillion, a gazillion dollars, you're still not gonna get it back. So I'm just I'm just hoping that you guys can or kind of like bring this awareness to you guys, so you can think about it and do something about it. So I know with entrepreneurs and even college students, it's just so it's so easy for us to get lost in our work, and just kind of forget about what we have, kind of let either other people or ourselves kind of waste our time. So one of the things that I'm trying to do right now is that when I live in LA, so when LA traffic is horrible, so I'm actually trying to figure out how to because I know I'm spending a lot of time in traffic rather than getting to my destination. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to play audiobooks in my car. That's another thing. I'm still trying to get used to it, but let's say if you're gonna go get like a pedicure or something, you're gonna get your nails cut and clean, all that stuff. Even then, you can just like sit down and read a book or something, instead of doing it later. There's just so many ways to be efficient and get more work done. So I highly encourage you to figure out what or not to figure out, but to look at what you're doing now, and try to figure out how you can do two or three things at the same time, and in that we can open up more time for other stuff. So there's so many things you can do out there, so many tips. So I highly encourage you guys to look on YouTube, on the internet, search for it on Google or Yahoo or whatever search engine that you use. But that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.